until in my engineering career, I was leading teams, I was leading departments, I was leading companies, and one thing was always true. The best performance for financials had to do with the health of my team. So my number one KPI, my number one key performance indicator on how well my business was going to do was based on the health of my team. When my team got sick, then I knew that clients were going to get upset because they were going to get ignored. No one's going to return their calls. Their direct reports were going to be frustrated because no one was reviewing things in a timely manner. And I'm in engineering. There's a lot of technical work. And if you don't feel well, that work doesn't get done well there's no room for that. And I began to make that connection, realizing, well, people think about their health certainly much differently than me. And it wasn't until all these years later, and I said, you know what? It's time to do something about it. And that was when I got the last piece of my method, which is the digital muscle testing. It's called bioenergetic testing. In Europe, it's called bioresonance. But when that piece came into my life, I said, there we go. I've got the system. I can put everything I know together and bring it and help other people besides just my friends and family.
But when you're not
Well, yes. Once you get into alignment, once you get back into balance, both, and this works physically and emotionally, once that happens, your world starts changing. So in the past 6 months, I've had 3 clients get new jobs, not even really try, and new jobs came into their life. I had one woman was able to say goodbye to a very not good relationship. So she was in an intimate relationship that was not a good situation. And she was terrified, like it would make things worse, or she was very afraid. But because she was so in alignment, he left. She said, "You must go." And he did. And she said, "I can't believe how simple it was because she was so strong. She was now in alignment." Pesticides, organophosphates, glyphosate, all these things that, we might try and wash our fruits and vegetables but it's everywhere. And so sweating needs to happen. We need to make sure that we are moving our bodies and moving the lymph like there's simple lymph exercises. All of these things really need to be done, not when you're sick, but right now. Every day something has to happen. So pick one and do it every day because if if you don't help your body clear these things out, your body's going to do what it does best and it's going to package it up. And then it's going to be called a label. It's going to say, "Oh, you have these calcifications and now your thyroid is overworked because it's been trying." But yeah,
yeah.
there's energy work, there's your throat as well, but then everything else, it is really it is love again. It's your body loving on you and trying to protect you, and then it just doesn't work anymore, and things break down.
Yeah.